If you want to take your wig from looking like this to looking like this in less than 30 minutes, then keep watching.
I just wanna ride with the wind blowing in my hair. Riding in a drop top, riding with the top drop. With the wind blowing in my hair. Riding in a top drop, riding with the top.
Okay, everybody, so we are starting off with old hair. There's really nothing wrong with this wig per se. I'm redoing this for my best friend. She cut bangs into it and she just wants to have like no bangs basically. So I'm just showing you what the wig looks like. It needs to be washed. Can't really run your fingers through it that well. And obviously we're going to be replacing the frontal today with a brand new frontal, and I'm going to show you how you can do that without having to remake your entire wig. Now, I'm showing you here, I've already sewn on the new frontal to a brand new wig cap. This is the step that you'll want to take, and it's necessary in order to not have to resew the entire wig. So we are going to be cutting out the old frontal, and you want to do this very, very carefully. I also will say I did make this wig for her previously, so I already am familiar with the unit. But if you are trying to replace a frontal or a closure piece on a pre-made wig that you ordered from online or something, it will be the same concept. It might just look differently, the construction. So you'll just have to be careful when cutting out the frontal piece. But here, you want to cut out the frontal by just cutting the thread that's holding the frontal to the wig, and then I'll show you what steps to do next. Again, I would like to say that this wasn't necessary in terms of how old or useless the frontal was. You can actually still use this frontal. She just wanted a different look. So this is an option that you have if you want to change the frontal or closure on your wig, but you don't really have a lot of time to remake the entire wig. You just want to take these steps. But you can use this to replace and refresh a wig, or to just switch it up. Depends on what needs you have. I'd also like to point out that the frontal you're replacing the old one with should be the same size as the new one. So if you had a 13x4, get another 13x4. If you had a 13x6, same deal. And the same if you had a 5x5 closure, or 4x4, anything like that. Just make sure it's the same size. Okay, so once you have freed the wig from the old closure, you just want to line it up to the new one on your mannequin head, and use some of the T-pins or just any sort of pins you have to keep it in place. Now, I will say this part is a little bit tricky. You also want to make sure that you have the same sort of head that you used before. So the wig head that I'm using here is the same dimensions as I used before. So you can also do this not on a wig head, and I will do the other half off the wig head just because for some reason I was having a hard time stretching the old part of the wig to the new frontal. So as you can see here, it's a little bit harder to pull on the other side. But if you have the capability to sew it on by hand, just like holding it in place, I would say do that. But it is a little bit trickier with aligning it to where it should be. So I would say do one half first on the wig head, and then sew the other half off the wig head if need be, which is what I'm going to do later. Okay, so this is the one half sewn together, and then as you can see, there's a lot of space between the other half, so that is what I sewed off camera, and it worked out perfectly. You just want to follow the same steps and connect the two. And this is what the cap in the middle looks like after you've sewn them together. This is what you're going to have to cut off. Please take your time when cutting. You don't want to accidentally mess this up and have to redo this again. So I would say take one half at a time and give yourself a little bit of room. So don't cut extremely close to the frontal. Give yourself a little bit of excess cap to work with, and do that for both pieces. All right, and this is what we have as the final result for the wig. On the inside, see how that just was like much quicker than redoing the entire wig? And this is how much excess cap we have from both sides. So I might go ahead and just sew these edges, just because I don't really like having these just free, because then they'll get all weird looking or whatever. But you can skip that part. But let me show you on the wig head. Like, perfect. It's beautiful. So I went ahead and plucked the new frontal to give it that extra realistic look, and this is what it's looking like. It really is that simple, guys. This is the final results of the wig. It looks amazing. This frontal is everything, and I'm sure my best friend is going to love it. I'm going to insert a clip of her wearing the wig as she's going out and stuff at the end, so stay tuned for that. But yes, this didn't take me long at all. Cutting out the old frontal or replacing it with the new one took no time at all. And of course, you'll just have to wash and style the wig as usual, and then you're good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys tried this method down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Riding with the top drop.